Hi, my name is Bennoui, and I'm a product manager for security here at Datadog. Today, I'm excited to showcase how our security innovations promote teamwork through a live demo. Afterwards, our product team will give you a closer look at the roadmap. As a reminder, we have a live chat where you can ask questions if you're curious about anything I present. Now, let's dive in. Envision a world where rapidly changing infrastructure and applications no longer pose a challenge for security. Traditional security products have struggled to achieve this, burdening organizations to configure new cloud integrations, agents, or libraries. This leaves security teams with a fragmented view of their cloud attack surface, which makes it extremely difficult to effectively protect their organizations. Now, envision a solution that empowers you to harness your existing observability deployments for deep and effective security. With Datadog, in just a single click, your current integrations, libraries, and agents are leveraged to provide you with comprehensive security, giving you a complete picture of your cloud stack. There is no need for additional components or tedious configuration, and I'm excited to give you a closer look. Enter the resource catalog, which continuously scans all resources in your cloud environment by leveraging your existing agentless cloud integrations. Our innovative resource catalog provides you with a constantly updated inventory of compute resources, databases, storage buckets, and more. Built on top of our unified tagging system, the resource catalog enables you to easily search, filter, and gain insight into the posture of your resources, empowering DevOps teams to proactively improve security. Let's explore an example. Searching for all resources owned by Team Platform. Each resource's configuration is continuously assessed against industry best practices and compliance standards. Configurations are color-coded, with green indicating no misconfiguration and shades of yellow and red indicating varying degrees of misconfiguration. Now, while examining this EC2 instance, I noticed that this EC2 instance uses IMDS-v2. Recommendation has failed. This poses a notable risk, as earlier IMDS versions use unsecured GET requests and responses without authentication, potentially allowing an attacker access to sensitive information stored within the metadata service. While a resource catalog helps you understand your risk surface area, it's important to note that attacks can still target other aspects of your organization's infrastructure. Therefore, it's crucial to have a thorough inventory of all cloud resources to ensure maximum visibility and to minimize security risk. The Cloud Security Management homepage consolidates everything seamlessly, offering a unified perspective for monitoring your organization's overall security stance, continuously evaluating all of your cloud assets for misconfigurations and posture. It delivers prompt and actionable insights. Cloud Security Management comes with 400+ out-of-the-box rules, mapped to multiple compliance frameworks, including PCI, SOC 2, and our very own Datadog Essential Cloud Security Controls. These rules and controls are carefully curated and updated by Datadog's security research team, responsible for numerous recent industry discoveries. Within minutes, you can gauge your organization's standing in relation to established industry best practices. Now that we have a clear inventory of our cloud resources, it's time to assess our application exposure. Data breaches are frequently caused by exposed web applications. Vulnerabilities in third-party software are one of the top 3 attack vectors, according to IBM's most recent data breach report. Our service catalog is a central hub for all of your service-related knowledge. Security context is provided utilizing the same libraries already implemented in your services for APM. Combining context from ownership, reliability, and performance, you can gain visibility into ownership and monitor all aspects of your services in a unified view dedicated to security. Let's look at an example in the service product recommendation. The open source framework Spring has been found to have a vulnerability that can allow for remote code execution. Exploitation of this vulnerability through Spring for Shell can render connected applications vulnerable to remote code injections, a type of attack where malicious code is injected into a compromised machine from a remote location by bad actors. Since Datadog now provides the ability to detect open source vulnerabilities in your applications, it's crucial to identify any other services utilizing the Spring framework. To do this, simply perform a search and browse through the results. Bridging the gap between security and engineering teams is essential for effective collaboration, as these groups often have different perspectives and priorities. Engineers may not always have a complete understanding of the security implications at hand, while security-related issues may need to be remediated outside of their tool sets. This creates unintended friction between teams that should work hand in hand. As Emilio said, cloud security is a team sport. Datadog can now automatically detect vulnerabilities in open source libraries that are in use by monitored applications, along with providing next steps that help remediate. Your teams can now quickly understand what needs to be done to fix a vulnerability and which team is owning the fix. But wait, what about the workload the service runs on? Well, because of Datadog's deep knowledge of applications and infrastructure, you can easily understand the scope of the vulnerability. While we took care of the vulnerabilities at the library level, attacks could target your infrastructure as well. Since this application runs in a container-based environment, let's take a look at the container images these containers are created from. Expanding its scope beyond applications, Datadog also identifies vulnerabilities within containers. Here, we can see that vulnerabilities were also detected in all scanned container images. Let's see if there are any vulnerabilities reported for the containers running the product recommendation service. And it looks like there are. Here, you can see affected components, impacted image versions, as well as any available advisories. With this level of information, you can empower your engineering teams to build, run, and proactively secure services from the same product they use daily for observability. It could take a couple of hours or days before the remediation is deployed to production. In the meantime, we're still exposed to this vulnerability. Let's see how Datadog can help you mitigate it. In elaborate cloud attacks, multiple parts of the stack are exploited to get initial access to a cloud environment and persist with the ultimate goal of data exfiltration. Having silos between security tools makes it difficult for teams to identify and respond quickly to cloud threats that matter. On the other hand, DevOps cannot tell whether spikes in Datadog errors are due to attack activity. Here, we've received a Slack alert about an SSRF attack by an authenticated user. Let's check this out. Since the majority of attack surface is exposed by web apps requires authentication, unauthenticated attacks are unlikely to cause harm. Here is an example of an attack by an authorized user. Their application attack surface is larger. Datadog gives you the visibility into this attack vector, in which you can see that an authenticated user has targeted the service using several different IPs. Datadog now enables you to respond and slow down attackers by blocking them. Any requests coming from this specific authenticated user will now be blocked natively from the library. Datadog can go beyond blocking attackers. Let's go back to our service vulnerable to SSRF. Datadog now blocks attack attempts in real time through our in-app WAF. In the previous example, we saw how security teams can respond in real time to attackers targeting your applications. While this is a great capability, it's still considered to be reactive. Now let's see how we can make this scalable with a proactive approach. We'll block all future SSRF attacks by enabling blocking mode. All right, you're now automatically blocking any SSRF attack targeting your applications. Any new request that matches these rules will now automatically be blocked by the libraries and reported to Datadog. Getting visibility on initial access attempts through web applications and APIs establishes an initial line of defense, and cloud security management's holistic monitoring brings you closer to a robust solution. However, it's also important to be able to investigate and respond quickly should an attacker gain access to cloud accounts. With CloudSIEM, you can analyze operational and security logs in real time across major cloud providers and hundreds of integrations, giving you an edge on investigations. Seems like Datadog detected yet another attack in AWS. This time, it appears that an S3 bucket was enumerated by an EC2 instance. Let's review this entity and the investigator to visualize all of its activity. Examining verbose cloud audit logs is exhausting. Investigator simplifies this process by providing interactive visualizations, speeding the process up. This IAM user assumed role a number of times and accessed S3 services with 4 failed events. In 2 clicks, you can see the underlying logs. You've determined this was suspicious. Let's respond. Datadog now offers specialized workflows for every signal, allowing for efficient threat management. With just 1 click, it's possible to disable a suspicious IAM user by revoking all of their authentication credentials. These workflows can be extensively customized, simplifying the remediation process through automation of end-to-end procedures and taking action in response to security threats. Datadog helps organizations make security a team sport between security and engineering teams. We just walked you through how new Datadog security capabilities can now help you get closer to this North Star. Datadog makes it easy by making the secure way the easy way. With the same integrations, agents, and libraries already deployed, teams can easily observe all of their cloud assets, whether it's storage buckets, identities, or web applications and APIs. You can secure what you already observe. Uncovering and addressing the riskiest vulnerabilities in production that have the potential to be exploited while making it front and center for engineering teams and the tools they're already using regularly for reliability and performance. You build it, you run it, and now you can also secure it. And last but not least, proactively helping teams respond to threats with built-in protection and response workflows natively embedded within the products. Our security products sit on top of the 3 pillars of observability. They can be enabled in a modular way, depending on what layer of the stack you need visibility on. Effective cloud security starts with collaboration. With security and observability built on the same platform, teams can work together, use the shared context to triage, and resolve security issues faster.